Marching right and left. We march. Keep the march. It's 4, 3. Now tap and reach. Here we go. We tap and reach. Reach across. Take it across. Across. 4, 3. Now reach up. We reach up. It's up and up. Reach across. Take it across. Step, touch, together. 4, 3. Now heel front. Heel front. 4, 3. March it out. We march. Take it, march. March. Now march wide. Little squats, down, up. It's down and up. On the next one, stay down. We're adding our cow cat. Take it, lift your collarbone chest, and round through your spine. Here's your up. It's an inhale, open. Now this time, we roll all the way up. Tap it to the side. Take it, tap, and tap. Reach and pull, take it up. This time, curl in, knee comes in, curl it in. We hold this one in, hold it in, sink a little deeper. Shift your weight back, hamstring, quick little stretch back. Bring yourself up, tap it other side. It's your tap and tap. We reach and pull. Here we go. You're up and pull back. Up and pull back. This time you curl it in, the back knee come in. On this one, bring it in, hold it in, sink a little deeper, give yourself a little bit more stretch. Shift your weight back, hamstring, hips level. Bring yourself up, march it here. And tap your toe front. Take it, tap, and tap, tap, and tap. 4, 3, now knee lifts, knee up, little lift and lift. Hamstring curl, pull it back. Step touch here, take it, step touch. And march it out, we march. Take it, march, march. Now out, in. It's your out, and in. We march it in, stay in, keep it here. And go ahead, give yourself a drink of water. We're gonna start with our first set. So sip of water first. Then we'll start, we're gonna do some knees little bit more warming up. Cardio, have our push-ups. We're gonna do squats. We're using our weight swing today, so have some heavier weights for that. Bicep curls and some single-legged deadlifts. That'll be. When you're ready, join me. So as you lift up here, let's see if we can stay up nice and tall. So this is a little bit more warming up. You'll have your hip flexors bringing in some work. See if you can engage a little more through your core. We have 40 seconds in each move, 8 seconds in between to transition. Now your arms, you can always choose to take them lower. That reduces some of the intensity as well. There's your last one. We're coming right into our push-ups. I'm doing my push-ups on the wall today. Feel free to take yours on your desk, down to your chair, wherever it works for you. Push-ups as you slide down and up. Now, these push-ups, the goal is our chest. So you want to feel control on the way down and as you press up. So think chest on the way down, chest as you press back up. Here comes your last one. Now grab whatever size weight. If you want to use weights for your squats, I'm going to be grabbing a heavier weight. We're going to be taking the weight down in our squat, bring it up and press. You're going to bring it down, you're going to press. Now remember, this is a squat. I still want you to move back through your hips, and then you press up. So slide back through your hips, and if you don't want to go down as low, skip it. If you don't want to press your weights up overhead, you can skip it. This is considered a compound movement. We're combining lower body with our upper body. Last one, and you're going to take your weight, hold it securely. We are going right into our weight swing. So, keeping this squat movement, the weight swing back and forward. So this is a strengthening movement. It's also a cardio movement. So pay attention to your heart rate. Your arms stay straight through the movement. We have 8 seconds. We finished this one. We're moving into bicep curls. I'm grabbing a little smaller weight. Bicep curls right here. So, elbows are right by your waistline. When you're ready, we can add a little hamstring curl as you lift. I want you to think tall here though. So it's some balance as you squeeze the heel to your glutes and you curl up and curl up. There's your up. And you can always take it slower. If you go quicker, just keep form in mind. We're going right into alternating single leg deadlifts. I'm keeping the weights, one in each hand. Single leg deadlift here. Bring it up, re-switch. Single leg deadlift. Bring it up, switch. Find a good focal spot. And remember, if you want to keep your back foot down, you can still do the movement With the back foot down, keep pulling your front hip back. Here's your last one. You can set your weights down. We're repeating this cycle one more time. If you can set it up high, keep your weights high. Otherwise, be careful when you set them down. Knee lifts. Second time through here. And remember, arms, you could pull them back, especially if it bothers your shoulders. You could always pull it up if that feels better. Or pulling down is a higher intensity. Whenever our arms go above our heart, we're increasing our intensity. Set yourself up for push-ups wherever you want to take your push-ups. The lower you go towards the ground, the more challenging the move is. Now, our focus is our chest. You want to feel your chest as you slide down. But at the same time, can you stay engaged through your core? You have time for one more. Then we grab our larger weight. This is our squats with our overhead press. Weights are always optional when you come into your squats. So nice, smooth down. Now, if any times squats bother your knees, you will want to reassess. Make sure your hips are going back. Think about pressing more into your heels, the bottom of the foot, the whole bottom. Here comes your weight swing. Set yourself up. Secure handle, hold on your weight, and then you let yourself swing your weight. Just make sure you have a good grip on there. Move through your hips. We have 15 more seconds here. How are you doing? How is your heart rate? Are your arms staying straight? Swinging them back all the way until they touch your inner thighs. Last one, it is your bicep curls. If you want to add the alternating heel lift, you would do that. So you would find balance, curl, stand tall each time. So we want to avoid swinging our weights or our body. So we want to make sure we're up tall as you add the curl. And are your shoulders relaxing down? If you're starting to get tense in your shoulders, can you let them slide down your back? Last one, single-legged deadlift. Back foot can come up or down. If you're lifting the back leg, can you keep your foot flexed? Keep your toes pointing towards the floor, and that includes your little pinky toe, and that helps keep your hips level as you go from side to side. And then foot can always be down, same idea. Then you would focus more on pulling your front hip back to make sure you're not rotating and you're keeping the work in your hamstring. Here's your last one. We have one more set. Set your weights down, knee lifts. So starting, and maybe you're pulling your arms back for your knee lifts, but you could also be pulling them down. Let's add a little change here. Double knees. It's a double on one side, double on the other. It's a double and a double. We have 10 more seconds. And there's your last one. We go right into our push-ups. Where do you want to take your push-ups? Last time doing push-ups, so challenge yourself. Maybe you take it down a little bit lower to the ground. You might choose, if you're up higher, take your feet closer together. That makes it a little bit more work versus when your feet are further apart. You could even lift one leg up each time you take it down. That means you're using more weight. You're lifting more weight here. Here comes your last one. Back to your squats, overhead presses. Good squat zone, and it's whatever your squat zone is. So I like to take mine a little wider, but you might like yours a little more narrow. Just be aware when you bring your arms up, your knees are soft. Elbows are soft at the top as well. So we want to make sure we're pushing shoulder overhead press versus locking our elbows out to do the work. So again, we want to focus on muscles push versus joint. There's your last one. You're setting yourself up last time in your weight swing. Good grip. And then, how low do you want to go? How quick do you want to move? This is your third set here. Last time doing your weight swing. Kind of missed this move. What move that we weren't able to do with our resistance bands? Ten more seconds. Here's your last one. Set your weight down. It is time for your bicep curls with your hamstrings. Make sure you have a solid base. You can always choose to do just your arms. Heel lift is an option. We're challenging our balance a little bit more. Squeeze the heel in. You'll get some hamstring resistance work. Here's your last one. Set yourself up. It is your single-legged deadlift, alternating sides, back foot up or down, and go at your pace. So to help with balance, you find a focal spot as you slide down and up. We have time. One more each side. And then we get a little 40-second break. So once you're done, set your weights down. Take a drink of water. Our second, so we have our 40-second break. Take a drink of water. We're going to be doing some skating side to side. We're doing some planks. I'll be using the chair. We're going to do some rows, catch our back. We have some lunges, triceps, and then we'll get a little bit more front shoulders. First move is our skating, sliding side to side. I'm going to start. Here comes your sliding glide. Now I'm staying up a little taller first time through. Take it where you are comfortable today. We are warmed up, so if you want to take it down lower, start taking it down lower. If you want to stay up higher, you stay up higher. When you do each movement, I do want you to really think, what do I feel? Where do I feel it? At any time, if you're feeling pain or discomfort, you would make changes to the movement. So if it bothers your back, stay up a little taller. If you want to take it lower, you would take it lower. You just want to make sure you're aware. What do my knees feel? What do my hips feel? There's your last one. We're coming into our plank. Now, I'm taking my plank on the chair. You can always hold a plank on the wall as well. I'll be adding a twist with it. So once you're on your plank, it's a side plank. That's what I mean by twist. Back to center, and then off to the other side. Now what you will want to do, planking in the center, stay flat, long, hips can lift when you come to the side. Now I'm taking it slower today, but feel free to go a little quicker if that's what feels best for you today. There's your last one. Bring yourself up. Now I'm going to grab my two heavier weights because we are working our back. It is going to be some rows. Heels under hips. Once you come down, strong core, pull up. Now we're going to stay here and take our rows. Side note, if your low back starts to bother you, 1, make sure your knees are soft. 2, core is engaged. 3, if nothing is working, bring yourself up in between, a small hinge, and then pull. So you want to give yourself a little break if your low back is bothering you. Our focus is our back. Here's your last one. Bring yourself all the way up. Now I'm going to keep holding my weights today. We're lunging back, taking some triples. So take the step back. It's a little 3, 2, bring yourself up, switch. So our weights are going to feel, it changes, adds another element to our lunges. If you kept your heavier weights, you're going to be able to tell your legs are working a little bit more. And it's your little 3, 2, stand tall. Now you can always set your weights down. You don't have to use them. You can always go down to 1 weight versus 2. There's your last one. Now I'm switching. We're moving on to triceps. I'm going to grab, I'm starting with my smaller weight. Check it out, see how it feels. I can always up it next round. Tricep overhead extensions. So this first time I'm doing overhead extensions. Next time through, we're going to take it to kickbacks for a variation. Just when you're standing, knees soft, you want to have your core engaged. If your rib cage likes to pop out, see if you can bring your rib cage in and together. All that protects your low back. Here's your last one. We're going right into a plie movement. So we're taking our feet out wider, toes are out to the corner. It's a down, upright row. Next time, front raise. So we're alternating here. Upright row, shoulders, front raise, front of the shoulders. This is more of your traps. This, front of your shoulders. At the same time, pay attention to your legs. Knees are opening up over your toes. You can always skip this if it bothers you. Remember, we're lifting through our hips, our muscles, knee joints stay soft at the top. Here's your last one. You can set your weights down. We are getting ready to go back into our sliding side to side for your skating movement. Second time through. Push and glide. How do you feel this time through? Can you push a little further? Can you go a little quicker? We have 10 more seconds. Push and glide, push and glide. Bring yourself up. It is going to be your planks with your twist. Now you choose, you can always hold your plank. You can choose the twist and lift. You can always skip the twist. There's the lift if you choose. Check to see what your hips are doing. Now the hips level in your plank. But when you come into your side plank, we often drop our hips to the floor. So then you want to lift them up a little bit. This is your last one. You can grab your weights, heavy weights for your rows. Heels under hips, soft knees. When you're ready, we are pulling the weight towards your belly button. Knees soft. And then we want to have a straight back. So if you round through your back, you might need to come up a little higher. You want to pull your core in a little tighter. Take one more. Bring yourself all the way up. Here comes your triple lunge back. Weights, no weights, your choice. It's your little 3, 2, stand tall. Step back. Now again, go at your pace. Feel free. It's your triple. Stepping back. Squeeze, squeeze, stand tall. Here's your 3, 2. When I say squeeze, squeeze the back glute, the leg that's to the back. Squeeze, squeeze, stand. Here comes last one. Finish it. You are going to be grabbing your hand weights. If you like to switch them out, this time I'm sticking with little smaller ones. Kick back, hinge, lift, extend. So again, core is pulled in, knees are soft, and we stop. Elbows at 90, so your knuckles come straight down to the floor. You lift with the back of your arm. If you don't like this, then you would go to the overhead that we did the last time. One more time. Bring yourself up. It is your plie. It is upright row, front raise. Now upright row, slide across up the front of your body, lift to the front. So we want our wrist to stay straight on the upright row. Let your elbows lead on the way up. And now what is happening with your lower body? Can you engage through your glutes as you press into your feet? Bring yourself up tall. Finish this. Weights can go down, back to the skating side to side. Here it comes. Slide, slide. Maybe you stay tall and you go a little quicker. Maybe you start hinging a little bit. That's core, the hip at the hinge. And you go small and quick, or you push, get some hang time as you go, side to side. This is our last time here. Challenge yourself a little bit more. Finish it here, coming right into your plank with the twist. Solid plank. When you're ready, add your twist. Make sure your center plank is as good as when you started. So when you come back to the center, core, zip it, twist, hips go up. Think in the center, squeeze your glutes. When you lift, hips go towards the ceiling. We have time for one more. When you bring yourself up, grab your weight. We are back to our rows. Heels under hips, down and pull. And then remember, maybe this time you want to come up after so many. It is whatever works for you. Remember to breathe though. So if you start holding your breath, exhale. We have 10 seconds remaining as you bring the weights up close to the thighs. At the top, core is still engaged. There is your last one. We have our triple lunges. Last time, weights, no weights, your choice. It's a little 3, 2, you stand tall and switch. So of course, weights, as we know, lunges, they are as much balance as they are strength. We always want to make sure our knees are safe, so you would make changes for what works for your knees here. We do want to make sure we're up tall through our upper body. So when we start leaning forward, we're going to add some strain in your low back. So make sure you're up nice and tall. There's your last one. Weights, the larger weights go down. I'm gonna grab my larger weights. Third time through, you can choose your tricep exercise. I'll be taking my arms up overhead. This is your one option, but you could also choose. If this feels better, you could take the kickbacks. So we have 20 seconds remaining. If you want to go back and forth between the two, we're down to 15 seconds. Take your last one. Set yourself up for your plie. Upright row is your first move. Front raise, second. Plie, up row, plie, front raise. And same idea here. Our chest stays lifted. Top of the head stays towards the ceiling. So we have to really work to keep our upper body tall as you slide down and up. We have 10 seconds left. Now we get to start stretching. There's your last one. Bring yourself up. Gently, carefully put your weights off to the side. Take a drink of water if you have your water nearby. Keep your feet moving a little bit. We're gonna give ourselves a nice all over body stretch. Let's start by taking some hamstring curls back. So get a little bit of movement. I'm going a little bit slower. We're gonna start finding our balance. If you wanna use a wall, it's gonna be your quadricep stretch. Stand up tall, heel is coming towards your glutes. Stand up tall right here. And then can you let your knee come down towards the floor? We're gonna switch. Take the quadricep stretch on the other side. Heel comes towards, knees come together, heel is towards your glutes. We're up nice and tall. And if your foot's further away, that's okay. We're going for a stretch down the front of the thighs. So wherever you get the best stretch for the front of your thigh. Release the leg down. Take your right leg to the front. Hamstring stretch. Pull your hips back. Give yourself a nice stretch here. Now your chair is here. If you have a step, sometimes it feels nice to take it, have your foot on a step as you sit back. You just want to make sure your hips are coming back so you get that long stretch down the back of your thigh. We're going to shift our weight forward onto our right leg. Left heel comes back, and you're adding your calf stretch. Take a little peek, heel is back. Let's reach our left arm up. Give yourself a nice tricep stretch while we're stretching the back of the leg as well. If you don't feel the stretch, you're going to want to check to see, did your hips rotate away? So level out your hips. Give yourself arms down. We're going to switch. So now your left hamstring stretch. Toes are to the front. Press your hips back. If you don't feel it, what are your hips doing? Are they hinging and pressing back so you get that really nice stretch down the back of your leg? We bring ourselves up, calf stretch, back leg. That means heels are down. I always have to take a peek to see what my heels are doing. Here comes foot up, foot. This is my arm up. Elbow towards the ceiling, stretching from my tricep, shoulder. Release your arm down, bring your foot in here. Now stand up tall, take the left behind the right. So it's a stretch down the side of the body. Reach the left arm up, clasp the wrist, side stretch off to the side. Switch over to the other side. Right foot comes behind. Right arm goes up. Long stretch down the side of your body. Bring yourself back to center. Take one arm across. Give yourself a nice stretch across your shoulders. We take it to the other side. Big shoulder roll here. Let's take an inhale. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, blow it out. Here is your inhale. Exhale, blow it out. One more time. Big inhale. Exhale, blow it out. I want to thank you all for joining me today.